AlanCoxShow.com. Watch there. Thanks to Gus Fork for helping out in the video department. What?
It's a fun name.
Gus Fork. It's a great name. Yeah, thank you. The Bill Squire Friday Get Down is ahead of you as well. Mm-hmm. It is how we know around these parts that the weekend is officially underway. There's all kinds of... if you go back through the annals of broadcasting in this town, you'll end up with, stations doing like, hey, it's the weekend, blah, blah, that kind of, crap. We don't do that.
Garbage.
We don't do that. We let, sure, it is a bit of a throwback. We want to honor Murray Saul here at WMMS, the originator of the Get Down. But the Bill Squire Friday Get Down is its own animal.
I love Bernie Saul. He's great.
It's
love honoring that guy.
It's his own animal. Mm-hmm. And so Cleveland Whiskey and Bill Squire every week have this, I don't know how they do it. I trust the process.
You want to know how the sausage is made?
That's right.
I use a sausage making machine. That's how.
Mary loves it.
My favorite.
She is...
Do you get more turned on by the Get Down or by or Backstreet Boys?
Backstreet Boys.
I don't believe you.
Will you at least admit that it's neck and neck?
Can you lie? Can you stop lying? I mean,
will you say that it's neck and neck?
Stop. I will not.
Dave Coulier was talking to somebody about the Alanis song, but you ought to know. Dave Coulier is very famously, supposedly, I got to hand it to Alanis because some 25 years later, she's kind of stayed mum on what's going on with this song. But the conventional wisdom is that You Ought to Know is about when she was dating Dave Coulier. Unbelievably, he's not even Canadian. He's from Detroit. And, yeah, of course, right across the bridge. But she was 18 and he was 33 years old.
Uncle
She
Joey.
was a young, impressionable lass. Now, he's not the only guy who has said that this song is about him. I think maybe he's the most widely accepted. But Alanis has stayed mum on it, too. She's kind of like, I'm not saying who it is. There are multiple people who think it's about them. Dave Coulier is just one of them.
I'm driving in Detroit, and I hear the hook for You Ought to Know come on the radio, and I'm like, wow, this is a really cool hook. And then I start listening to the lyrics going, ooh, oh, no. Well, I can't be this guy. And I went to the record store, bought the CD, and I went and I parked on a street, and I listened to the whole record, and there was a lot of familiar stuff in there. And I thought, I think I may have really hurt this woman. Years later, we reconnected. She couldn't have been sweeter. And I said, what do you want me to say when people ask me about this relationship? And she said, you can say whatever you want. So she was really sweet about it.
Yeah, she goes, you can say whatever you want, because it might not be about you. But he was pulling a Jerry Seinfeld there for a bit. Of course, Jerry was 40, I think, when he was dating Shoshana Lonstein.
And she was 17.
17. Daddy says she's too young, but she's old enough for me.
I think he was like 38.
17. Great song. Greatest song of the 80s, Mary Santora.
What is it?
17 by Winger.
It's not a good song.
It's a great song.
All right. The lyrics aren't great. But
it's a great song.
There's a good riff in there.
There are plenty of great, albeit problematic songs. We've talked about this. Go through the 70s, find any song, rock song, about getting it up and getting down that isn't problematic. Mm-hmm. 17 is... I wonder what the last... If there was any way to quantify it, some computer that could suss this out, what the last song along those lines was to be released, like a problematic age, she was just 17, you go back to the Beatles, Ted Nugent, Jailbait.
Yeah.
Nugent had more than a few of those songs, by the way. He was adopting girls so he could have sex with them. But he never did a drug in his life, and that's what makes him a great guy, according to him. I wonder what the last... Winger 17, you're talking 1987? 1986.
I'm trying to think of like 90s and 2000 songs. I feel like you can't.
Yeah, I think people are onto things by then. Like,
that's
I
what
think
I mean.
it's more problematic, like just how they were sexualizing Britney Spears and Christina
Aguilera.
Yeah.
I mean, Eminem had a song about killing his wife and dumping her in the river.
But they were married. I mean an age song.
Okay.
I don't mean generally.
I was like, yeah, like...
I mean an age song.
Yeah, I think by the 90s, they're like, just stop saying their age.
Right.
Just say it's about a girl. You don't got to tell everybody how young she is.
Just allude to it. Cobain did it. His song was about a girl.
Smells like Teen Spirit.
He never meant Teen Spirit.
Hey.
I mean, he never mentioned that the girl in question was 13. The problem that they're having with people who want to work from home is that some of them die. And if they live alone, they aren't discovered for a few days.
But they get discovered.
Well, they won't log into their meetings and
That
stuff.
is true.
We're going to dock your pay.
Yeah, that's right. Dominic Green is a guy in Los Angeles. He's 28, lives alone, and he signed out of work like he always did. You know, you got to be a computer jockey at these jobs, and you got to sign in, you got to sign out. It's the modern-day card punch, right?
Poundcake, do you want to leave the camera on so in case you die, we know?
No, that's okay. You guys can discover me months from now.
Months?
Well, there'll be nothing left to
have
discover.
a roommate.
Yeah,
Right.
after months, there'll be nothing left to discover.
You know, we're very, even though we live together, we're very respectful of each other's privacy. Because
Yeah, but I'm
when
sure
he closes that door, I don't knock on it for any reason. Even though I'm next door, I'll text him.
You're going to start to stank.
I guess so.
Dominic was a remote contract worker, so he had never met any of his coworkers. And this is kind of the nature of this work. We don't know anything except the work that people do. You know, you're a number or you're a name or whatever. And this guy was going to school, but those classes were remote. He's doing a job that was remote. And a couple of people noticed as a couple of days went by that he hadn't signed in and he hadn't signed out. His parents are back in Michigan, and they hadn't heard from him either. And so after 5 days, somebody went to his apartment, and he was already pretty decomposed by then.
Dude.
He had a few fingerprints still visible, and that's how they were able to confirm his identity. He's a young man, not quite sure why he died, but a work-from-home person, if you live by yourself, this might happen.
Creepy.
There's a website called thesoundofcolleagues.com, by the way, for people who, for whatever reason, miss the office so much that you want the sounds of the office. And you can change the level of the background. So there's like a slider for coffee machine or keyboards or whatever, you know. Oh, I'm just here in the office, the busy, busy office. And, where's it must be raining outside. I hear rain, and, oh, what a good time. One of the sliders on this dumb page is the office dog.
What?
If you live in one of those offices, the office dog. Now, I've put all the sliders all the way up. So there's open windows, so you can hear the street ambiance.
Maximum office.
Room tone. Coffee machine. What kind of noise does a coffee machine make? Oh, the bubbly
Bubbly.
noise?
The bubble, yeah. It was
Brewing.
brewing.
Printer. You know, people miss the printer. Rain on window.
In my building, there was a little bit of a feud between some of the residents, and they were printing messages and towards each other and put them on the elevator and the doors.
Oh,
and
they
stuff.
were?
Yeah. There was
They're having a public printing war.
Yeah, there was like someone like put up a sign that said, "There are residents in the terrace level units, so please be respectful and try to keep the noise down." And someone tore that one down and put up one, and I took a picture of this one. I should have taken a picture of the first one. But
Are they signed, or are they just back and forth between these two people? And
they're
they know who
anonymous.
they
Yeah,
are?
yeah. I don't know who posted it, but the other one said, "You chose to buy a unit on the terrace level. You knew there was a pool. Deal with the joyful noise of pool users."
The joyful noise.
Yeah.
They're trying to take the glass half full route. See, people asking why Poundcake sounds like he's in a tunnel. It's because he's home today.
Yeah.
But all of this office ambiance could really...
Try to throw people a little.
There's the office dog whining.
If you're curious, you can always go to AlanCoxShow.com and a lot of answers are on that website.
will present themselves right there. Yeah, out where we live, there was, and I just got little bits and pieces of it because I wasn't obviously looped into what the local gossip was, but apparently there was
Hot goss?
hot goss.
Local hot goss.
Yeah, apparently out in Bayway, where we are,
In the Bay?
some woman had posted a flyer in one of the local coffee shops about how another woman was sleeping with her husband and blew her up on this flyer, right?
Old school. This is like not even a Facebook post.
Old school.
Yeah.
But then people start to like poke holes in the story or something. So it's like, what a weird way to like blow up somebody's life. But then word starts to trickle out that
Naming names?
right.
Oh,
Picture
wow.
probably.
Picture. But then word starts to trickle out, and again, I'm just kind of hearing this secondhand from like some other parents we know and things like people who were more looped in, that it might be like made up that this woman she was blowing up was in fact not doing anything with this woman's husband, but in fact the woman and her husband were going through some kind of custody thing or like she completely it was a weird thing and it, as quickly as somebody would tear these flyers down, like she's putting them up at the Heinen's, at the coffee shops, you know,
Not the Heinen's.
not
Come
the
on,
it's a
nothing
classy
sacred.
joint, come on, you got teenagers working there,
If
you got lily white teenagers working there.
if you drove past what looks to be a garage sale, right?
Yep.
But there's a banner when you get there that says, "My husband cheated on me. Take all his stuff." You stopping and grabbing some of that stuff? Everything's free.
No,
You're not going to take anything?
because I can't verify that they might be having a fight.
They might be, but it's, I mean,
Well, even if it's not her stuff to give away, it's his stuff.
half of it's hers. 50% of everything's hers.
But this goddamn Carrie Underwood got everybody on board with, hey, just ruin his stuff. If you got a problem with him, just, slash his
Yeah.
car,
That's been
his
going on
tire.
yeah, absolutely.
Right? Throw all the crap out on the lawn.
If you're going to ruin my life, I'll ruin yours.
Did you do that to...
No.
your-
I bent over and took it. I was such a little pussy about my breakup, dude.
603.
I gave the ring back. Oh my God. There were so many chances I could have ruined his life and I didn't.
You believe in karma, though, and that's
I do.
all good karma.
That's what I know. You know how hard it is? How hard it was to be a 26, 27-year-old woman, alcoholic, who had just been cheated on multiple times and not blow up someone's spot on Facebook? I deserve an award.
Better than a 26-year-old divorcee.
I understand. Single mom. That's what would have happened.
Oh, God.
We'd have had a kid.
You would have?
Yes.
I
That's
thought
why
you were all no
stopped doing
babies.
comedy. I pretty much stopped doing comedy while he and I were together because he wanted me to be a housewife. And I was 24, so I was like, I can do that.
You can't make a hoe a housewife.
I understand that now.
Just adding the USEWIFE doesn't work.
Use wife.
You can't make a hoe a use wife. Wow.
Yeah.
So
I did not blow up his spot.
An
I applaud other people for having the shamelessness to do it.
the
to just
alternate reality, Mary Santora,
Mary Santora.
would have been exactly like your sisters.
Yeah.
You would have been a mom, a
I'd have
young
been
mom.
a young single mom who's splitting time between two houses,
Yup.
trying to bartend and do comedy once a month. And yeah, that'd have been my life. Because there was a 0% chance he and I would have remained married.
Right.
No way. No way.
Right.
It'd have been a sad, sad reality for me, you know?
Isn't it crazy in those situations how foamy and just overcome with weird ideas your brain gets? And then you get out of it and you go, why did I even
Yeah.
remotely come
Like
to those
6
conclusions?
years out of it.
Yeah.
Honestly, it was probably like not until 2 or 3 years out that I really started to see it clearly, where I was like,
You're like, how
this
did-
is the best thing that's ever happened to
How
me.
did that putz make me a different person?
Yeah.
Essentially. Or vice versa for straight dudes. Like, how did that woman...
Have such a grip on me.
I mean, we know why, because women are gorgeous and sexy and juicy and all that
Don't
stuff.
have those kinds
Guys
of
are
things.
just gross and jerks. I don't know how you girls do it, but...
But there's so much... I feel like it's way more common for women to put up with abusive males.
Well, yeah, you're bigger than us.
But like not
There's
even
a
like
fear
physically
factor
abusive.
that goes into
yeah.
it. Well, mentally abusive. If you don't, if you
Yeah.
leave me, where the hell are you gonna go? Nobody wants you. You're this. You're that. You're lucky to have me in your life. You know, that kind of thing. You would be so lucky for me to take
See, I
care of
break
you
up
and
the
you
opposite
stay
way.
at
I'm
home.
like, I don't want you, but somebody's gonna want you. So
You give
get
a
out
pep-
there
you
and
give
you're
a
gonna
pep
do way better after me.
Plenty of fish in the sea,
yeah.
babe. You're going to do just fine.
Don't you worry about it.
Yep.
It's never meant to be between the two of us, but the right one's out there for you.
You have so overstated my value as a person that I want you to get out there and get that
Make
person
better
you deserve.
decisions.
Of course.
Do better.
You're looking at me and saying there's something there. There's nothing there. It's all used up. There's nothing there. Alan, a long time ago, my neighbor across the street was sleeping with his neighbor, left his wife for her, and moved into the house next door.
Oh, God.
And she
Crazy
had a big
stuff.
poster blowing up their spot and selling everything in the house.
That's so ballsy.
That is a ballsy move.
Are there
That's
shoes?
why we used to do a segment here on the show called Do Better, right? With Bill Squire?
Yeah.
Do Better?
We could do better. Do better.
We can do it.
Do Better with Bill Squire.
We can riff one right now.
You have
Guys,
other
if you're
things to
breaking up with a
we
girl,
could do better. Do better. Do better.
Do Better with Bill Squire.
Okay.
women, men, if you're listening and you're breaking up with somebody, don't try and tear them down. Build them up and
them
send them
up.
off
Yes.
into the world. Say, you can do better. I'm trash. You're great. Go out there, find the person that's going to make your life better, because it ain't me, babe.
You should be the Anthony Robbins of your breakup.
Exactly.
You should be the General Patton of your breakup.
Guys, it's
Yeah,
not,
I
it's
cheated
not
on you because I suck.
It's not you, it's me. Come
It's
on.
me.
That's right.
It's not you. I cheated on you because I'm a bad
Broken.
person. I'm broken.
You're not gonna
I think
fix
sex
me.
is gonna make things better. You are great. Now get out there and find that person that completes you. Instead of just being a complete person on your own, which is what you really need to do.
I'm trying to fill the hole in me by filling other people's holes. That's not sustainable.
It's not, but it is fun for a little while.
But approximately 25 minutes.
Do it better.
We could do better. Do better.
Do Better with Bill Squire.
Hey, Bill, you know how we could do better for everyone else? To get them out there and feeling good
I have a hunch.
is to begin the weekend.
Yeah.
All right.
Everybody, have a drink, have a drink, have a drink on me. Everybody have a drink on me. Hey, hey, everybody drink on me. Brother Leslie, how?
Oh, this will do you better. The Bill Squire Friday Get Down in honor of the late, great Murray Saul here at WMMS. It's brought to you by Cleveland Whiskey. It's how we start the weekend. Take it away, William.
It's Friday! You got to get down on Friday. Get yourself some Cleveland whiskey. You cannot do better than Cleveland whiskey. It's the best whiskey there is. They've won so many awards. Do better, do better, do better. It's Friday! Don't cover your face. People like your reaction.
Not covering her ears, she covers her face. Well, there's the Bill Squire Friday Get Down, brought to you by Cleveland.